The book of Revelation, the final book of the New Testament, stands as a beacon of hope and a testament to God's ultimate victory. Written by John, the beloved disciple, while exiled on the island of Patmos, Revelation unveils a panoramic vision of God's plan for the future. It offers a glimpse into the heavenly realm and the ultimate triumph of good over evil. In the midst of persecution and uncertainty, John's vision offers comfort and assurance to believers, reminding them that Jesus, the risen Lord, reigns supreme. John's vision begins with a striking portrayal of Jesus Christ in his glorified state. In Revelation chapter 1, verses 13 to 16, we encounter a description that is both awe-inspiring and deeply symbolic. This passage paints a vivid picture of Jesus' transformed humanity, radiating the glory of God and foreshadowing his ultimate victory. The vision serves as a source of encouragement and hope for believers who are called to live out their faith in a world often hostile to the gospel. It reminds us that Jesus, who endured suffering and death, has conquered and now stands triumphant, clothed in power and majesty. John's vision of Jesus in Revelation chapter 1, verses 13 to 16, is replete with vivid imagery. This is no ordinary man. This is the risen Christ, transfigured and radiating divine glory. John sees Jesus clothed in a robe reaching down to his feet, a symbol of priestly authority and heavenly splendor. His chest is girded with a golden sash, representing his kingship and sovereign rule. The description of Jesus' hair as white as wool, as white as snow, signifies purity, holiness, and eternal existence. This imagery connects Jesus to the Ancient of Days in Daniel chapter 7, verse 9, emphasizing his divine nature and eternal reign. His eyes, described as like a flame of fire, speak of his penetrating judgment and all-knowing nature. Nothing escapes his gaze, and he sees into the depths of our hearts. John goes on to describe Jesus' feet as like burnished bronze refined in a furnace, symbolizing strength, stability, and judgment. This image evokes the imagery of Daniel chapter 2, verse 33, where the feet of the statue represent the final kingdom, strong and unyielding. The voice of Jesus, like the roar of many waters, conveys power, majesty, and the irresistible force of his word. Each detail in John's vision is laden with symbolic meaning, pointing to the multifaceted nature of Jesus' person and work. The imagery used to describe Jesus in Revelation chapter 1, verses 13 to 16, is not meant to be taken literally, but rather as symbolic representations of his divine attributes and his ultimate victory over evil. The sharp double-edged sword protruding from Jesus' mouth symbolizes the power of his word, which cuts through falsehood and judges the hearts of all people. This imagery is reminiscent of Isaiah chapter 49, verse 2, where the Messiah's word is described as a sharp sword. The 7 stars held in his right hand represent the 7 churches of Asia Minor to whom John is writing, signifying Jesus' authority over the church and his intimate care for his people. The face like the sun shining in all its brilliance speaks of Jesus' divine glory and his overwhelming splendor. This imagery echoes the Transfiguration account in Matthew chapter 17, verse 2, where Jesus' face shone like the sun. These symbols, woven together, create a tapestry of power, majesty, and victory, revealing Jesus as the one who reigns supreme over all creation. Perhaps the most poignant detail in John's vision is the mention of Jesus' wounds. Despite his glorified state, Jesus still bears the marks of his sacrifice on the cross. This detail serves as a powerful reminder that Jesus' victory was won through suffering, and that his wounds are not a sign of defeat, but of his ultimate triumph. The resurrected Jesus bears the scars of his sacrifice, demonstrating that he understands our pain and identifies with our suffering. His wounds have become badges of honor, trophies of his victory over sin and death. This imagery has profound implications for believers, reminding us that our suffering is not in vain and that we too will share in Jesus' ultimate victory. The Shroud of Turin, a linen cloth bearing the image of a man who appears to have suffered wounds consistent with crucifixion, has long been venerated by some Christians as the burial cloth of Jesus. Whether or not one believes the shroud to be authentic, it serves as a visual reminder of the human cost of our redemption. The image of the man on the shroud, bearing the marks of torture and crucifixion, compels us to contemplate the depth of Jesus' love for us. The glorified Jesus of Revelation, bearing the marks of his victory, stands as a beacon of hope for all who believe. His wounds remind us that we serve a God who understands our pain, who has overcome the world, and who promises to make all things new.